Transition is about enabling children to move from one phase of education to another. It's about making sure that we've got people equipped so that they know the child, and that equally we've got staff that can then support them in that transition.
Transition is really important at all levels, but as we go through the school with different ages of pupils, increasingly we're more aware that transition into secondary is a specific challenge for some pupils.
The most common challenges that we face are the nerves, the feeling that they are so used to chatting to the Year 6 teacher, the Year 5 teacher on the primary school playground as they hand the child over. They're coming to secondary school, they might be cycling or walking on their own, and it's a whole new big world for them.
So it's really important to get the process of transitioning from primary to secondary school right, because for many children it's the biggest change they'll ever have been through.
We have quite a range and vast variety of activities that we do. We have opportunities throughout their transition process, which starts from open mornings as early as Year 5, for Year 6 activities, and we go and visit every single school that we possibly can.
Once they've got their official offer, we then have a really comprehensive Year 6 to Year 7 transition plan. So we have welcome events, we have trips to things like the cinema, and where they get to basically meet other students that are going to be in their year, so they don't have that uncertainty on day one. They've already got familiar faces.
They will do as much as they are physically allowed to make the process as smooth as they can for all of the parents and all of the students. So there's workshops every Thursday, there's all the talks that you do.
They are becoming young adults with freedom and independence, but they are still children and they need a lot of guidance through that. It's quite terrifying starting new courses, having to socialise with new people, and they can quickly switch off, and actually what you want to do is make them feel comfortable at home as part of a community so that they can thrive, they can build some really good learning habits.
They do enjoy that transition, I think, from lesson to lesson. They really enjoy the specialist subjects where they get to teach in specialist rooms such as science, the PE curriculum, design technology, and they also enjoy the canteen, being able to make their own food choices and feel a bit independent in doing that.
My message to parents would be to try not to worry. It can be terrifying and I completely understand that, but the children are okay. As soon as they're in the school, they're not lost, they're safe. There's lots of people to look after them.
I found it quite easy to go through because of all the open evenings and transition workshops I did.
And the best thing for me was new opportunities, they had a choir where you perform in front of loads of people.
Well, making new friends is always fun, and getting to know teachers and the fact that you have different teachers for every lesson instead of just one teacher.
What's helped me settle into this school is probably all of the teachers and all of the Year 8s and 9s and 10s have helped, and we're just all like a big family in this school.
To be yourself, because people think you're someone completely different, and it's just, I've learned that in the past, it's just great to be yourself.
Just keep on going, just relax, be yourself, and always be happy. And if you have any friends there, say, hello, I haven't seen you in a while because since primary. Or if you don't, just try and make new friends. I've experienced that and it's really, really, really happy.
It's really important to get that transition from Year 11 to Year 12 right, because it's a pivotal moment in young person's life where they're really changing, they're really having an understanding of what they want to do in their career path, and to choose those options correctly to make sure we're supporting them in that pathway.
Our transition process from Year 11 starts on week 2 with our information evening. Straight away, we are talking about the timeline of events and activities we have to support students and their families make this decision. This will include tutor time visits from sixth form students giving advice on having a successful GCSE year, to talking about tips for making those big decisions.
The main thing that helped us settle in was the induction week. That helped a lot with finding where the subjects are for each class, and getting to know the teachers and the people that are have common interests with you.
The most common challenge is making sure that they're on the right course, that they've achieved their entry criteria but they've chosen the right courses and that they have those good relationships with the teachers. So it's about getting up to speed, making sure we're understanding each individual and their career paths and their ambitions and what they want to go on to next. So we are in the best place to support them and really push and challenge them to get the best outcomes.
The school did a really good job and the teachers did a really good job of allowing us time to learn the foundations before we went on to anything that was too difficult. And I felt really comfortable learning new subjects like law that I'd never studied before.
One of the challenges after this first term is kind of just been learning how to manage my time in study periods because I'm not really used to it yet. I think with all of my study supervisors telling me which room I'm supposed to go in and knowing that I have 4 A levels, so I have to work a bit harder. I think that's just kind of propelled me to learn how to use it properly.
I joined the choir as soon as I started, which has helped me with my confidence. With the choir, we did the 11 Plus Open Evening, which was I think a month ago, and next week we do the autumn concert.
I'm finding it really, really good. The transition to A-levels has been made really easy by the teachers because the level of support you get given is absolutely fantastic. So it's just the breadth of opportunities that I've been able to take part in. So I've got concerts coming up, I've got open evenings, it's all these things that are just furthering me as a whole person as opposed to just academically.
Transition at all stages enables a child to move confidently from one stage to another, but equally to take on those challenges, which are really what transition is all about. We are all worried about what the future holds or those next steps. But the more that we can eradicate that, the better that transition will be, the happier the child will be, and we know their learning will be.